Hello again. I had to reply to this video not because I disagree with what you're saying, but because I wholeheartedly agree, actually. I live in the United States, so this is only going to be relevant to your argument to a certain extent, but I have to say it. I was also raised by a single mother. I got child support from my father for the most part from the time I was 7 to the time, actually, I get it until my 21st birthday, so until this coming June. But my point is that I find it really ridiculous how, despite that assistance, and despite the fact that my mother is very educated, she's a registered nurse, which requires, a 4-year degree, and she's been a nurse for 22 years, I believe. So she's gained some seniority. She earns a reasonable amount of money, enough to raise 2 kids on her own. However, because of the fact that she works in a profession that she does, and she's viewed in a way that she is because of her gender and because of the line of work that she's involved in, she's going to have to work until she's, practically using a walker in order to retire reasonably and safely. I just don't understand the logic in that. I don't think there is any logic in that. And I do agree with you when you say that the mere fact that we are women, therefore we're going to give birth after being in a line of work for X amount of years or months or whatever, we're going to get a lower amount of pay and we're going to get a lower amount of respect because of that. I don't agree with that. That happens here in America too, despite all of these laws and these acts that Congress has passed and supposedly enforced. I still can name up. I could list off countless instances where those were not enforced and where women had to bend over backwards in order to get what they, I don't want to say deserve, because deserve is kind of a, anyway, they didn't get what they were entitled to. And it's just not, despite living in a mostly democratic country, a shocking number of the practices that occur in our country contradict that because of gender. And it's not just gender, it's race related too. Again, there are lots of laws to prevent this, but that doesn't mean that they're always enforced. Why do you think there are so many precedents, legal precedents leading up to these laws being created? And why do you think that there are so many stories in the news now, huge lawsuits from companies who refuse to follow these guidelines? Therefore, we've got more problems, we've got more conflict. So as a child of a single parent, which was what I started with here, my point is, as a child of a single parent, a single mother who works a perfectly respectable job, there's still some, economic discrimination going on. It's not just Britain, it's America too. I mean, I'm telling you, I see it every day. So anyway, I just had to blurb that for you. I had to get it out there. Thanks for listening to my ramble.